Okay, I'm Dr. Colleen Zori. I'm part of the Anthropology department at Baylor University, and this is my 20th season of field work. So I'm a field archaeologist. Most of my training has been in the Andes Mountains of South America, where I have investigated the pre-Inca and Inca cultures and the process of imperial conquest and assimilation. So that's been an area of interest of mine within the greater San Giuliano Archaeological Research Project, in which we're looking at Etruscan, Roman, and later medieval periods and the sort of ebb and flow of political power within this regional context. So how this site articulates with Rome and with other political powers as they rose and fell. So I'm hoping that some of my background will translate into studying the political aspects of this region. Okay. The archaeological research that we're undertaking here as part of the San Giuliano Archaeological Research Program is multidisciplinary in its approach. So we have scholars from various universities, primarily Baylor, but specialists from history, from anthropology, from classics, from art history, who are all contributing their particular approaches and their particular specialities to our work. So it's a large collaborative project investigating the long-term history and change at the San Giuliano Plateau and its surrounding environment. And in fact, we are trying to ultimately situate this site in terms of its regional significance. We believe that it's a rather large plateau, and it probably was quite important politically throughout different time periods, and that probably ebbed and flowed as political relations changed. So we're interested in three primary time periods here at the site. We are beginning with investigating the habitation of the Etruscans. Here atop the San Giuliano Plateau is where we believe that the people were living and carrying out their daily lives, their craft production, their agricultural production, and other types of activities that we should be able to trace through the archaeological remains. Then, in the area surrounding the site, we have the City of the Dead, the necropolis, or the ritual halo, in which the tombs are cut into the faces of the surrounding plateaus. We've documented at least 600 tombs this year in several concentrations, and our future work is going to really focus on how those concentrations are, how they can be characterized, and internal differences and differences between the different concentrations. So we'll be looking at chronological differences and differences that are the product of social differences between the individuals interred there. We're also interested in the Roman period. This site was on or near important Roman routes, and this was a region that is a prime location for studying the spread of the Roman Empire as it began to expand out of its original homeland and up towards the north. So the Etruscans had a very complex relationship with the Romans, and the process of Romanization here is going to be something that I think is going to shed a lot of light on those early days of empire. Thirdly, we're looking at the medieval period. So this is a time in which there's a lot of social conflict, a lot of changing fortunes of different towns, and I think that San Giuliano we're going to find that it's played a very important role in this political landscape, this very complex and dynamic political landscape. So our investigations this year have focused on documenting the tombs that lie within this area. As I said, about 600 of them or more, and then actually investigating the contents of some of these tombs, despite having been looted, still contain large amounts of human remains and also pottery that's been left behind that we can gain a lot of insight. In particular, we'll be analyzing relatedness using ancient DNA, and also the origins of some of these folks using isotopes from their diet. We then have also been investigating habitation on the plateau, beginning with the sort of nucleus of the medieval sector, which includes a base of probably a tower or part of a castle, and then what has turned out to be a large medieval gate, which would have allowed the control of access into this part of the plateau where people were living. So this has been the focus. We now have a rather elaborate threshold way and an archway that's giving us insight into this important location and the types of activities carried out here and sort of setting the stage for our future research that will take place further back into the plateau and looking at how people were living and interacting during medieval period.